So we are here today to get rid of hydrofluoric acid from the Torrance and Wilmington refineries. It is an extremely dangerous chemical that has no need and no purpose for the refinery. They can easily switch over to other alternatives, and there are multiple vastly safer, commercially proven alternatives that are used by most refineries across the United States. So we're just trying to get these two refineries here in California to get rid of that chemical and to make this community safe for everybody. The people, the workers, everybody in the Torrance community. I would like to begin this introduction by thanking all of you for coming out today to this teach-in to say no to hydrofluoric acid at the Torrance refinery. These refineries make billions of dollars throughout the year and give billions to their shareholders.
Thank you, Steve, and to all TRAA members. Steve, though, has been the one that has continually pushed me and inspired me, as do all of you who continue this fight. The 2015 explosion that we're remembering today at the Torrance refinery was bad, but I think we all realize it easily could have been catastrophic. That day, that heavy piece of debris came just feet from striking a tank of modified hydrofluoric acid.
I deeply appreciate Torrance Refinery Action Alliance steadfast commitment to ensure that the Torrance Refinery takes the safety of our community seriously. The United States Chemical Safety Board concluded that the 2015 explosion could have been catastrophic. My bill would prohibit the use of hydrofluoric acid to refine petroleum at new refineries and require existing refineries that use hydrofluoric acid to convert to a safer alternative within 5 years. My bill is co-sponsored by several of my colleagues. I am so pleased to share with you that Congressman Ted Lieu, Congresswoman Annette Bergen, and Congressman Robert Garcia all support my legislation.
Dear Representative Waters, thank you for writing the Preventing Mass Casualties from Release of HF at Refineries Act. We are long overdue in requiring dangerous hydrofluoric acid refineries to adopt proven, safer processes. Together, HF refineries endanger more than 20 million residents and thousands of refinery employees. They all live and work in danger zones reported to the EPA by the refineries themselves. In the event of a disastrous HF leak, people living and working in these zones could be killed or seriously injured. HF refineries have already had too many accidents, in quotation marks. They are also vulnerable to catastrophic events caused by natural disasters such as earthquakes, severe weather, and intentional criminal acts. Fortunately, safer alternative processes are available that will eliminate catastrophic HF disasters.
Yes, my name is Ian Patton. I am a lifelong resident of the city of Long Beach and a longtime activist in Long Beach. And this is an issue that really affects Long Beach. The reason I'm here in Torrance and part of this organization is because I started to hear about this issue years ago from a local outlet called LB Report. And LB Report was covering it because there is another refinery, as many of you know, the Wilmington Valero refinery. And the Torrance refinery and the Wilmington refinery are the only two refineries in Southern California that still use this really ridiculous antiquated technology of hydrofluoric acid in their alkylation units, which means that basically a third or more of Long Beach is just as equally subject to the danger as the city of Torrance.
Hi, and thank you all for coming out today. My name is Kendall, and I'm a legal fellow with Communities for Better Environment, which is an environmental justice nonprofit, and I'm here to speak about the lawsuit we filed last summer. in conjunction with two other environmental nonprofits, Natural Resources Defense Council and the Clean Air Council, against the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency for failing to regulate the use of hydrofluoric acid. And thank you to TRAA for inviting us to speak on this important issue.
We are here today to honor David Poster. He died in January with his family around in his sleep. And he was going to be 99 years old next Thursday. So we were going to celebrate his birthday today, and instead we're honoring him.
Today we are announcing the formation of the David Poster Memorial Action Fund, and it will include an annual award of a gift certificate to Handel's Ice Cream to the TRAA volunteer who exemplifies the passion, inspiration, kindness, humor, and determination to make the world a better place that was embodied by my father, David Poster.
The aftermath of the Bhopal tragedy is very, very important to understand. The immediate effect, as you may know, that thousands of people died. In fact, by government figures, which are a bit, underplayed, is 3,700 plus immediate fatalities. Whereas the independent observers say the immediate death toll was about 8,000 people died within minutes and hours of the tragedy. And long term, it's now a little over 40 years. 2024 was the 40th anniversary. So there have been 25,000 plus deaths, and nearly 500,000 to 600,000 people are affected. But the long term, which is very, very painful, is that the long term is intergenerational damage. It's like people who suffer from the atomic explosion. It's not people who are there on the day. It's even the offspring of the people who are there on the day and subsequent generations. It doesn't just stop. It is an ongoing process. So it carries on for decades, if not centuries.
Next steps from here. So first we have a bill that's been introduced in Congress by Congresswoman Maxine Waters that we are entirely in support of, that would phase out hydrofluoric acid across all refineries across the United States. So we're trying to support that and get groups across the United States to write letters of support to their congresspeople, get them to endorse the bill, and hopefully get them to push it to vote in the House. And then on the legal front, we have multiple lawsuits trying to get the HCA, which is a document that talks about feasibility of alternatives to hydrofluoric acid, try and make that public. So that's been one legal avenue that we've been pursuing. And then there's another legal avenue with the NRDC that's trying to argue that HF is against the law and that we're trying to ban it. So many things for us to do, many things for us to continue fighting for. And so we hope that everybody will join us in our fight and get these through.